Hello, it has been a while. That's entirely my bad. Yeah, sorry. I kind of just lost track of YouTube for a little bit, and I was like, I need to make a video, and then I never made a video, and then it just kind of went from there. So hi, I'm gonna try and upload again regularly, but we'll see how things go, because it's me, and I always do this. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna upload more regularly, and then I don't. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. But let's go on with the video, shall we? So, Lovestruck just came out, and my hair's very pink themed, romantic themed. I didn't think my hair on this DLC, but it kind of matches the vibe, I guess. And yeah, I realised I don't really like any of the houses that are pre-built for Lovestruck, so I've started to renovate pretty much all of them. Yeah, let's just get into the first renovation, shall we? So we are starting with the smaller penthouse. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. I'm very sorry about that, but it's a small penthouse. You've got the big one and you've got the small one. This is the small one. This one I didn't mind too much. It just wasn't really up to my personal taste. I feel like it could have been made a little bit better. And I think, honestly, that's kind of the way that almost every single one of these buildings in this pack are. I feel like there's some really weird choices made with them, and I'm like, this could have been executed a lot better, which sounds really mean. No shade to anyone who built these, but I just feel like I just don't like any of them. So this one thing I didn't like was it had an ensuite bathroom, but then it also had a regular toilet, but it's a 1-bedroom like penthouse. So I'm like, why would you need 2 bathrooms with 1 bedroom? That doesn't really make sense to me. Like, in the UK, anyway, we tend to have maybe like 2 to 3 bedroom houses with 1 family bathroom and then 1 like room with a toilet and a sink in it, like just like a half bath for WC. And yeah, that's like quite standard. Actually, that's quite luxury. Having like a WC separately is actually quite like, it's not a common thing really with a lot of houses. You kind of get 3 to 4 bedrooms sometimes in a house with just 1 bathroom. So having a 1-bedroom penthouse with 2 bathrooms in it didn't make any sense to me. So yeah, I immediately went in and got rid of that extra toilet and just kind of shifted some things around, because although I didn't mind the layout of this one too much, just some things didn't make sense to me. The living room, for example, was a really weird shape, having a dining area in there, and the kitchen being in where the living room was as well. It just, I just didn't really like it. I don't know, I just feel like they crammed in this tiny little, like in this tiny room, they crammed in a full kitchen, dining room, living room space, but it's a penthouse, and to me penthouses scream luxury, so I don't really understand why they'd have like a pokey little tiny kitchen in this room with floor to ceiling windows, and just this really small living space. I just didn't really see why it was done. This is no shade to the creators who built these apartments, or any of the builds in Lovestruck. I know that there were 2, I think at least 2, I just said Lovestruck by the way, there were 2 creators, I think they're like streamers slash YouTubers that did these builds. I don't know if there's anyone else, but I just know of 2 of them. No, there was 3, sorry, there were 3. One's a Twitch streamer, and I think 2 are YouTubers and streamers, I think. So it's no shade to them. I just feel like a lot of these aren't great, and this one I think was the best of the worst. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not the best builder in the world. I mean, I'm renovating a build. I'm not even building my own build in this one, you know, like I'm renovating something that is already there for me with the bones already done. I just feel like there's so many weird choices, and these are also based on like Mexico builds. As far as where I feel like Ciudad Emerada, I'm pretty sure that is like based on Mexico. So I mean, I know nothing about Mexico and their building, and so maybe the houses there do have weird things like this. But for example, like in one of the builds, there's a door. It's like there's 2 bedrooms downstairs, which I think is not common in the UK, but 2 bedrooms downstairs, a load of wasted space in the living room, a decent kitchen, but then you've got, like, in the living room you have a door to a bedroom and a door to a bathroom, and then in the bathroom there's another door to get to a bedroom, and that's the only way into that bedroom. And I'm just like, why would you not have a door into the bedroom from the kitchen where it's next to, or why would you not move the bathroom to be off the kitchen or something like that, so that you can have a door to the... It just feels like a load of weird choices So yeah, I'm going to be renovating a lot of them. I've already changed one into 3 separate houses in For Rent because I thought the style of it looked great. So that'll be the next video. But yeah, I thought this one would just be, you know, easy to do. I did do this one live on stream, so if you don't know, I do stream on Twitch, kind of 3-ish days a week. I've cancelled a lot recently though, because mentee bees be menteeing. Yeah, yeah, I do stream on Twitch 3 days a week. I can't get the words out, sorry, I'm just completely bollocked with it. I don't stream Sims often. I'm starting to stream it a bit more now. On Sundays, I tend to stream Sims, so if you would like to check out some Sims streams and just chill, because the vibe is completely different, you know, the link is in the description box below. But yeah, so occasionally we'll do some Sim stuff every now and then over there, and it is just a bit of a laugh. So yeah. Back to the build for a little bit. I didn't really know what I wanted in here. I wanted like a kind of dining table in here, and I wanted to use the bar that came in the new pack. I'm pretty sure it came in yeah, it did. Weirdly enough, that bar matches up almost perfectly with some swatches of a base game table that's like, I think it's like 1,300 quid for a table. It's expensive for a table, but the bar swatches match up really, really nicely with that, so that's a weird one. But I didn't quite know what I wanted to do. That wall just seems really big and blank, and there's only so much art you can use in that area, and because we had like a dining space and a bar space, I felt like it'd be weird to have like a big bit of art covering the whole wall. I'm pretty sure I made that a feature wall in the end as well. I think I used like one of the new wallpapers in there. But I kind of just settled for like a built-in cabinetry sort of area where I imagine you maybe have like just regular clutter in there, like books and whatever, but also some bar things in there, some bottles of like wine or spirits and things like that. So yeah, there's the feature wall coming in. So yeah, I built that in, and I think it looks quite nice actually. I kind of struggled with it for a little bit, but I think it looks all right. Yeah, so as I said, I was building this live on Twitch, so some of the things are just me showing people weird things, but I wanted to keep this house a similar colour scheme to what it currently was. I didn't want to change too much. The only thing I changed on the outside was where I think the elevator was. I pulled it out a little bit, I think. No, I did something with the elevator. I pulled it out a little bit or whatever, and I changed how the front bit was like roofed over. But other than that, I didn't change anything else apart from getting rid of the bathroom. I did change the windows because I didn't really like the windows, and I changed the swatches on the doors, but that's about it. But yeah, so you can see just from here, I kept the office where it was. I moved the kitchen into where the hall space was because I feel like the hall had like a load of wasted space, and this just felt like a more appropriate use of it. And I also went for green, and I feel like green is a really weird way to go because I'm trying to keep the colour scheme similar to what it originally was, quite pink toned. The bedroom, for example, I didn't change too much. I think I just darkened it up a little bit. But I wanted to keep things quite pink still. The office is a bit more of a darker pink, the living room is quite a pastel pink, and the bedroom's kind of a mix between the two. But yeah, the living room being green, the kitchen being green was a bit of a weird choice, and I do understand it's a bit of a weird choice. But I mean, I'm looking at like the feature wall in the bedroom where you've got the new rose wallpaper, you've got the leaves on there, that's a bit of green in there, and also I personally think pink and green go really well together if it's the right shades, like pastel pink and that kind of like deep sagey green. I think they're a beautiful combination. Maybe certain like maybe lime pink, lime green and lime pink, imagine lime green and like hot pink, maybe they don't go well together. Maybe they would actually, maybe they might, who knows, I haven't seen it, I'm not gonna judge. But yeah, maybe they might go well together, so I thought why not. Also in that backsplash there's some pink and there's some green and some yellow and stuff in there, so I thought it might all mix together nicely and be okay. But yeah, it's a bit of a weird one, I do understand, but I just wanted a bit of extra depth and like maybe a bit of separation between the rooms, because you've got those big beautiful archways between the rooms. I put 2 together because I thought that would just look nice and grand. I also opted for those base game ones rather than the Lovestruck ones because the Lovestruck ones are just small wall height. This place is medium wall height, and I didn't want to change the height of anything, so I opted for the taller ones, which I still think suits the style, but yeah, the colours are just a bit strange in this, so you do kind of have to like bear with me a little bit with this. I did also start doing this build with move objects off, but I really couldn't hack it. That's another thing as well I will say, is that the creators of these builds, they did it with move objects off, and they couldn't use half tiles, they couldn't use I know, well, maybe they could have this time. I know in the past they've not been allowed to do that when they've been doing these builds, so maybe they did this time. But it is difficult without move objects on. It really is difficult without move objects. So I will give them that, is that I wasn't doing the exact same things that they were doing, so my build might be completely different. But yeah, it's just, you know, I just wasn't really a fan of it, so that's my bad. Moving on to the bathroom, I've seen so many people use the new door to make your own built-in shower, and I love that. I love the new door. I think it's great. I think it can look good in regular houses too, but I'm so glad we have one for specifically for a shower. And I've seen people using the half walls for it. Now here's my gripe with the half walls being used for these showers. And some people might not agree with me, and that's entirely fine. That is 100% a-okay. I don't like when people are using the half walls at the same height of the door. I feel like it just makes it look weird. I can't explain it. It just looks really stubby, because especially on a medium wall height. Maybe on a tall wall height it won't actually make much difference at all. Oh, sorry, on a small wall height, regular wall height. But on a medium wall height or a tall wall height, having the half wall be at the same height of the door just makes it look really strange. So I've been doing it where it's maybe 2 or 3 steps up. Not quite a full height, because I think a full wall does look a bit strange. But having a half wall there looks better in some way. But yeah, I just feel like seeing the ones where they're just right up against it, I just don't quite like how it looks when it's like the top of the wall is along the rim of the door. I just don't like it. So, yeah. Honestly though, I didn't change this bathroom too much. I would have loved to have put a bath in here, but I didn't really think there was much room. I wanted to have like this big beautiful vanity. Although I think a bath in front of the massive windows there, like behind where the toilet is, would have looked great. But I wanted this big beautiful vanity. I don't know what to say, I just wanted that in there. You still probably could fit a bath in. If you move the toilet like underneath that middle window and put the bath like where the toilet and like a plant pot is, you could still have that, but I just didn't really think about that at the time. But yeah. I spend far too much time with this bathroom. Honestly, for no reason either. Like, literally for no reason. I don't even like bathrooms, but I was trying to make an effort, okay? I was trying to make an effort and use some things. This build, by the way, is Lovestruck and base game only. I've been doing some limited pack stuff that I've been building recently, and it's weird. If you've been on my channel before, you know I don't tend to do that. I like my things. I like my clutter. So I tend to find that when I'm doing these base game and 1-pack builds, or just a singular base game builds, I find that I spend too much time going through things like clutter items and just like artwork and stuff, and even rugs and stuff, because I'm so used to using my packs that I have no idea what comes in these you know, without it. Like, I'm trying to look for a specific thing and I'm like, oh, I know we have it, but it's not base game or it's not part of the pack. And I'm like, oh, so I find myself trying to go through to find anything, and I tend to use like everything multiple times. Like, I'm sure in this build I used the axolotl statue thing twice. I should have used the little hippo thing. There's a little hippo thing, like a decorative item, and I love it, but I don't think I used it in this one, which is a shame because I actually really, really like it. But yeah, I find that I spend more time cluttering things up because I'm trying to find things. I'm just sat there scrolling. Like, I don't know how. I just don't know what to do with it. I'm just like, what? I'm trying to find something. I don't know what I'm trying to find, but I'm trying to find it, and I don't know where it is, and it kind of annoys me a little bit. But yeah, so I am just kind of going through cluttering at this point. I've basically done everything apart from the bedroom, and I also work on the outside as well. So just is me just trying to find, like, at the end of the island, I wanted something there, and I don't know what I wanted there, but I wanted something there, and I was driving myself crazy trying to figure out. I wanted like a big plant, but none of the big plants in Lovestruck or in base game were like the right style or the right size, and I was like, I give up. So I just drove myself a bit nutty there. Yeah, moving on to the bedroom, I kind of just wanted to go a bit mad in here. I definitely did make it darker though, now that I think about it. I moved some things around. That canopy I really dislike. I don't really like that canopy at all. And I can't really explain it. Did I darken this room up? I feel like I did. Maybe I didn't. I just don't like the canopy. Another gripe that I have in one of the other builds that are in this is that someone put a white canopy with like the black, with like a dark coloured bed. I'm like, why'd you put a white one there? But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it looks weird. Like, it doesn't go to the end of the bed. It, like, if you want to put like an ottoman down there, it doesn't really look right. It just doesn't really feel like it fits in there right. And also, I think the default thing clips into the wall. Why would it clip into the wall? I just don't really understand that. So I don't really like the canopy that much. I think it's a nice touch, but personally, I would rather have like the tall mod and like make that the same size as the bed, so it looks like a full poster bed, as opposed to a random canopy thing. I feel like the one that came in high school years, like the light thing, is a better option than that, unfortunately. I feel like I have a few gripes with this pack. I have played with this pack a fair amount though, and I do enjoy it so far. I say that with with a high pitch thing because I haven't used a career yet, and I've only used the dates a few times. But like it's an okay game, an okay pack. Sorry, it does the job. It's a dating pack basically, and I do think it's quite silly. I do quite like the quirks, the silliness of it. I've had the wealthy weirdo, kind of foam me up and stuff like that as well. And yeah, it's a nice pack. I do like the whole new date planning system though. I like the extra compatibility things. And just some new interactions too. It's nice to finally have some new romantic interactions. Yeah, it's just nice. So yeah, I think the pack is okay. The build mode though I think is lacking. I would have liked to have had some more build mode because I feel like for a whole pack. Oh, did I did use the hippo. It's in the pool. I forgot. I did the hippo in the pool. Sorry, I remember liking that. Yeah, I feel like this pack could have used a bit more. Simsy said along the lines of like the build mode isn't the best because I tried going between multiple styles again, and I agree. They do it quite often where they do like a contemporary style and then more of like a antique style or like a modern style with like, you know, a bit more rustic. They did a similar thing with Horse Ranch as well. It's kind of one of the more recent packs I could think of where they did this, where you had like a load of modern windows, but then you also had a load of rustic windows and like barn doors, but also like no modern doors to go with the modern windows. And it kind of is a bit like, oh, okay, so I can't do a full theme build then because you've got so many different things in here, so many different styles. So there's some things you can do, like you can have modern with antique, and I think that still looks like a decent style. Like the living room has the kind of more antique chair in it, but it's got the big glass windows and stuff. But I just want them to do a pack where they just lean fully into one style. But because when they're doing these expansion packs, they're doing these big towns that have like multiple areas, like a downtown, but also like more of a homestead. And I think they're stretching themselves too thin, and I would just for once like to have a massive collection of windows, massive collection of doors, small, medium, and tall wall heights included, with in all the same style, in all the same swatches. Horse Ranch, I'm looking at you again, and just, you know, having a load of stuff that isn't too complicated and just all matches together nicely. I just kind of want that, and I don't think that's too much to ask, but you know, yeah. Anyway, we are finishing up the build just now. We're kind of just going through the landscaping and finishing up the kind of the landscaping. It's not really landscaping because it's you can't technically landscape. There's no terrain paint and stuff, but there's still plants. I also made a rooftop garden in this one just for a bit of extra space and to make it feel a bit more luxurious. For the landscaping, I kept it quite similar to how they had it originally, just big bushes and a lot of purple. There's a lot of those purple like lavender bushes around in this world, and I really, really like that. I love those little bushes, so I love using them even more in these. So yeah, I kind of kept it quite neutral. There wasn't a lot of skill building indoors, so I put a telescope. I think I put the bonsai tree in here too. Telescope and easel. I'm sure the bonsai tree. And I also put the new Woohoo picnic picnic blanket upstairs as well. Just, you know, because you got to use it. You have got to use it. But yeah, some nice like lighting up there as well. So when it comes to the nighttime, it'll be really nice just to chill and just like hang out up there. But no, I really, really like this actually. I would use this build in my own gameplay, but the problem with my own gameplay is I don't tend to have a single sim a lot. I tend to have kids quite quickly and there's no room. You can change the office into a kid's room and just maybe put the desk in the bedroom or whatever, and that would be fine, but I would like to have like, you know, a proper big bedroom. And you can do something upstairs, you can extend it a little bit, but, you know, I want the pool and I want the rooftop garden, okay? I don't want to change anything. But yeah, as I said, we're wrapping up the build now anyway. So I think we're just going to load up the game and I'll show you a kind of finished tour of it, so you guys can really see a bit more detail, because the rest of this video is kind of a bit nonsensical, it's a bit pointless, so we'll jump straight into the game just now. Okay, so we're in the game and it's this one over here. I'm not going to try and pronounce that because I do not know Spanish / Mexican / I'm just bad at languages and accents and pronunciation, so I'm not going to talk about it. But it's just that smaller penthouse over there, and this is her. Oh, ignore the basemental drugs. I totally didn't download that recently. But yeah, so this is it. Annoyingly, I think this is the front of the lot, right? This back end? Yeah, it is. But the thing is as well is that the original build wasn't built to like look good. I feel like the front of the lot should be here, because when you load in, you're kind of like facing over here anyway. So why is either this or this not the front of the lot? when this was originally the back. I don't know. Anyway, so it doesn't look that great from the gallery. That's kind of my bad. But this is what it looks like from the outside. It's pretty simple, a bit more modernized. Just regular old rectangular basic windows around here. We've got a nice rainbow pool. I kind of like the rainbow pool because it also matches the rainbow bench, which I love this bench. I love how they did this. I think it looks great. So yeah, let's go downstairs, shall we? First up, I did do this with this bit. I don't know, I felt like this would be nice, but could you imagine coming out of the lift to go to the front door and it's like chucking it down with rain, or it's really, really windy? You'd have like no protection from the wind or the rain. And yeah, this is the only bit that I changed on the outside. I don't remember exactly how it was before. I really wish I remembered, but I'm sure this is all pushed back a little bit. So like this was kind of in line and then this was out. I think that's how that was originally. And this fence is also pushed over here. So I haven't changed too much about it, but okay. But yeah, this is what it looks like on the outside. There's just a bench and some plants here, nothing too much. And obviously you've got the mailbox, the trash chute, and yeah. Inside we have just got a little kind of dressy area. I wish I had extra packs and stuff to make this a bit more better, like a big unit or something here. But you just got to use what you have, and I just did a mirror there as well. And then in here we just have the kitchen. This is just really basic. It's very white. I was gonna put the new splashback item on there, but the windows would have got in the way, and I just thought I'd leave it as it is and keep it tiled. So it's very white, it's very plain, but it's very bright and airy as well. Lots of windows coming in, and yeah, it's kind of following the green theme a little bit. Yeah, just making it quite bright and nice. I don't know. As I said, this is a bit of a weird colour scheme considering the fact that everything else is pink. Having green in here is a bit strange, but it's a bit of a contrast, so it's not just completely pink house. I don't know. I did think something was missing when I was building this, but I just kind of left it as it was. In through here, you have the two big beautiful archways, which are wooden. I thought these were always stone. But no, you have wooden swatches as well, which I never knew. Like, also, I never knew they had these as well. Like, I love that. Nice big wooden archways, so that brings you into the living space. So this is slightly bigger of a living space. I didn't change the walls, but I kind of moved where the sofa and stuff was. Before it was very close up and just quite, like, small. I would have loved to have big curtains in this, but in the base game and in the pack, there's no medium wall height curtains. That would really look good in here. Actually, I don't think there's any medium wall height curtains at all, which is really sad. It's left it quite bright and breezy and very pink. If I put this to, I'll do it at like a darker time of the day so that it's not so glary in here. I left the dining table over here, kind of how it was. I don't think I changed too much for this, so that's quite nice. And just got like this little pendant light there as well. And then you have the bar area over here with just a little bit of clutter in here. So again, I imagine you have things like spirits, bottles of wine, kind of mixes and stuff in here, as well as maybe just some general clutter and storage and things like that. But very nice. I like this little bar item. I think it's really cute. Coming back out of here, we have the office. This is quite simple, but I really, really like it. It's a nice color scheme. I made the chair a little bit lighter for a bit of contrast, like, you know, so it's not all dark. I love this painting. I think this is the only one that really makes a lot of sense though, because the other swatches, you've got like a red light, but on the painting it's blue and purple. This one could kind of make sense because it's blue, but I hate the frame colour. And that is an orange light, so, but again, the painting is blue and purple. I'd have liked to have seen the painting itself change colour swatches, depending on what the lights were, so it kind of made more sense. I feel like this is the only one that really makes a lot of sense. And then for the, oh god, hello. For the bookcases, because they're two of the same bookcases together, I tried changing up a little bit, so I put some little things in here, just kind of old place them. They are slightly clipping in some areas and floating in some in others. But that's fine, that's alright, that's not a problem. Just to make it look a little bit less like it's the same item, like, repeated. And yeah, it's just a little bit of detail in there. Yeah, there's a nice place to sit in here and just chill. Obviously you've got your work desk, you've got the new books, and just, yeah, I think it's quite a nice little cozy room. We go into the bathroom next, and yeah, this is it. It's very black and white, but also like kind of not quite white. It's a little bit warmer because I've done the warmer tiles. I love this, like this tile like this. I think it looks great, and obviously on medium wall height, it will look slightly different, obviously, because it'll be a lot closer together. I actually think I prefer how this looks on medium wall height. I just like the like, you know, the break in between, and I think it just looks really nice. So I use this to kind of make it a little bit less stark white. Otherwise it was a bit too dark. It was a bit too white, and I was going to use black because there's a lot of black accents, but it's too dark, and I was like, nah. We had the shower in here, just to have a little light in here. By the way, does anyone know where this light came from? This oblong wall light, this base game. When did we get that? Because I've never seen it in my life, but when I was building this, I found it. I was like, wait, since when has this been a thing? I've never seen that before, ever. But I really like it, so I'm going to use it a lot, and I have used it a lot since finding it. And then we have the toilet over here, a big vanity area with a little bit of clutter on it. And then just kind of storage items and a hamper. This, if you have laundry day, this doesn't actually count as a hamper to like work because it has a lid on it. I wish it did. I wish they just made it so that the lid goes up, but guess not. So yeah, this doesn't work. So if you have got laundry day but you can't be able to laundry, but you still want a hamper for decoration, this is a good one to have. This doesn't count, and it's just base game. It's just the rectangular wicker laundry hamper. Very nice bathroom, very small, but it works pretty well. So yeah, and then finally we have the bedroom, which I like this bedroom a lot. I love this kind of light wall thing. My sister didn't like this. She got rid of this when she downloaded the build. She changed the color scheme, the bitch, and she got rid of all these lights. So thanks, Lo. Hate you. I was a bit torn whether or not I should have this light above the bed or in the middle of the room, and I went for the middle of the room because most people wouldn't move the light to fit above the bed. Yeah, I didn't change the wall colors in here. I just made the color scheme a bit darker with the bed. So I just did the kind of purpley nightstands, the darker bed, darker rug, and I think I changed the carpet, but I might not have changed the carpet. I can't remember honestly what I did. I did change the floors elsewhere though. It has the new Woohoo game, which is a bit naff in game. You get like a flirty moodlet for one of them, I think, and like a confident moodlet, I think, for the other one, but I haven't used it that much. So it's okay. I would have kind of expected a bit more spice with it. Maybe Wicked Whims, maybe with Turbo Driver, they can do something with that. I don't know. I would like to see a bit more spice with that. Maybe have them change the costumes every now and then for like a dare or something. Or maybe have pop-ups come up when they're playing it. I would like to see that be a bit more interactive, but whatever. I've also got the costume trunk, which I didn't realize you actually needed. You can ask your like partner to dress in like a romantic outfit or like a flirty outfit or whatever, and you need this item for that. And I'm a bit disappointed with that you can't use a regular chest of drawers, because you can use this like a regular dresser, you can plan your outfit and stuff, but you need like this to do the costume stuff, which I'm like, not everyone's gonna want to do that, so it kind of sucks. And then over here I just did like a vanity unit item thingy. This isn't a real vanity, they can't sit here and do the makeup. They can still, I'm pretty sure, use that mirror, but for the most part it's just like cluttery stuff, and it looks like they can sit there and do their makeup and things like that. Okay, and then finally you can either go out from the back door in the living room, or you come out the front door and through this gate. And here is the, oh, I did have the bonsai, yeah, I did have the bonsai tree. Through here, there's nothing much here. I didn't really know what else to put outside. Again, base game stuff. If I had other packs I probably could have done more things out here, but this is quite a bright area with a barbecue in it, the bonsai tree for some skill building. Over here we've got like a nice big tree, and yes, I sized up a planter to make it look like the tree is just actually planted. It looks weird otherwise. Table, some sun lounges, and obviously the rainbow pool, which I love. Just imagine like sitting here like at night and just like getting the last of the sun rays in and just, you know, looking over the scape. I think it looks really, really pretty. And then up here you can go up this ladder, and you have a picnic basket. Yes, these candles here are definitely a fire hazard, especially when your Sims can woohoo on this and move the thing over. But yeah, with a little rooftop garden, some AC unit built in. We've got just a little bit of landscaping in the corner just to fill it in a little bit. Some planters up here, some gardening if you want to do some gardening. You have the telescope over here and the easel over here for some skill building. And then just a nice like sit out lookout area, because again I imagine that if you're sitting here, that would be really nice just to look out over the sunset or the sunrise. Actually, I think the sunrise would be over here. Kind of. The sunrise would be kind of over here. Not quite, but kind of. But yeah, it'd just be quite nice to sit there and to just chill. So yeah, that's the house basically done. I really, really like it. And it's not that much of a difference to the original one, and I will admit that. But I do think it's an improvement. And again, no shade to any of the creators who actually did build anything for this pack. I just feel like there's some things that could have been done better. And you know, I feel like there could have been some things that were done better, so why not? So I'm going to be renovating some more of these. I have already done one of them, as I said. That is also a speed build. I just did that in my free time. This one was done on stream, so it's a speed build, and the next one will be a speed build as well. But I will go through and do one of them with you guys, at least one of them with you guys. I'm going to feel bad critiquing them, like just chatting, but I feel like it could be constructive feedback too, as I'm doing it. So we'll tackle one of them at least together, and yeah, we'll see what we do. But thank you for being so patient with me not uploading, and thank you for watching the video. I appreciate it a lot. I'm going to try and be a bit more regular with my schedule going forward, but it's me, so who knows how regular I'll be. But yeah, I appreciate it. If you like the build, let me know. How do you feel about Lovestruck as a pack, and also how do you feel about the builds? Have you looked at them yet? Let me know that as well. And yeah, subscribe, and I'll make some more videos soon and upload them as soon as I can. And yeah, Thanks for being here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
It's that first day of first grade, that cute girl, your third date, that backpack, that snapback you've had since the third grade. The first time you got laid, the worst time you got played. It hurt, but you're okay. You learn from your mistakes. Your friends back in high school, we thought we were so cool. We'd steal Jack, my dad's stash, and